So Carley has been with me, I think a little under 2 weeks now. He's loosening up a little. Like you can see his body's a little bit looser in this video than the last one. His tail's a little bit less tucked. He's been taking a couple pieces of hot dog from me. Here I'm also offering him some cheese. So his options today are hot dog and cheese. He is eating good. He's a little easier to get out of the kennel now, so he's improved that a little bit. So he is improving. I'm seeing improvement, which is good. It is just a slow going with him. So there is a chance I may recommend that we extend his board and train if possible. Just because I don't want to have to rush him, and it's hard to say where he's going to be next week. I would really like to say that I'm confident he's going to start working for stuff next week, but I don't want to say that and then it doesn't happen, because we do kind of have to move at his pace. You can see here we've moved to the living room. I'm doing what I call forced friendship, so he doesn't really want a whole lot to do with me. But I would like him to eventually learn, which he's going to have to learn, that all the good stuff comes from me. And if he's not willing to take it from me, he's not really going to get it. You can definitely see he's a little more stressed than he was outside. That tail is very tucked. He's kind of panting. His mouth's very wide. He's hitting us with some stress yawns. He's trying not to look at me. I'm kind of trying to encourage him to look at me, see that I've offered him hot dog. He does take a couple pieces of food from me in this session, but it's definitely not consistent, and it's definitely not super excitably. So here you can see he's doing it. It's a little more of just a grab and leave. I'm really, really hoping that the next couple days he gets super comfortable taking food from me, and then from there we can start working on stuff. We'll probably start working on place first because it's very easy. And it'll help him kind of hopefully understand the training concepts and stuff. So he is doing better. He's just definitely not where I would like him to be. But with these behavior mod cases, you're kind of just working at the pace of the dog. So if he's going a little bit slow, then we're just going to go a little bit slow. It is a combination of a little bit of tough love with being compassionate that he is so stressed. So the tough love portion of it is, the only time I'm going to offer you these awesome snacks is when you're willing to take them from me. But the compassionate part of it is, of course, I'm not forcing him to do a bunch of obedience and stuff just off of leash pressure and compulsion training or anything like that. Because at the end of the day, yeah, I could probably pull him into a sit with that leash and get him to do it. But all it's going to do is kind of put a cap on top of an explosive. And at some point, he's not going to be having a good day. And he's going to flip himself. Not physically flip himself, but he's just going to have a explosive reaction. So I want him to enjoy the training first, or at least, kind of enjoy me first before I start, requiring these things of him. Because if we move too fast, it's not going to end up being good. The obedience is not going to look good, and he's not going to have a good time. And I want him to relax a little bit and realize, no one here is going to hurt you. You don't have to be so freaking stressed. And there was another stress yawn from him. I throw some food on the floor to see if I can entice him over. That does kind of work. He does come back for a little piece of hot dog. So he is doing better. So if I didn't see any improvement, then that would be a little more concerning. But the fact that we are seeing improvement is really good. Last week we were nowhere near this. Last week he was just darting to the end of the leash and trying to stay as far away from me as he could. So we're just doing a bunch of these, forced friendship hangout sessions. Where I don't really ask him for anything. It's just if he comes up to me, which I do kind of encourage him to come up to me, I always have something good for him. And I'm not going to kind of force him to do anything but to stay, within the vicinity of me so that he's getting comfortable. He is very interested in my ceiling fan. I have not seen many dogs that are, but he keeps looking upward. He just keeps staring at the ceiling fan. So I'm not really sure what all that's about, but we're just going to keep working on it. And hopefully, we'll continue to see some improvement. I don't want to fully call that we're going to need an extra week until maybe the end of next week. Then we'll kind of see how it goes. But I will say it's a very strong likelihood that we are going to see that. I will say the fact that he's been a lot easier to get in and out of the kennel, and he's been a lot more comfortable putting the leash on inside the kennel, that is like a huge stepping stone for him. The fact that he's taking food is another huge thing for him. Previously, I was offering him all the good stuff, the treats, the hot dogs, I was offering him salmon, like everything awesome, and he wouldn't take any of it. So the fact that he's taking it now is really good. So we're just gonna kind of wait him out, keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully he kind of gets with the program here soon. As you can see, even just this back half of his body, you can see he's very stiff. He's very much not having the best time, but that's okay. You know, we're just gonna kind of tell him that this is your choice, and you get to decide whether or not you're going to make a good choice or the boring choice of ignoring me. Because once he decides to not ignore me, everything fun's going to happen and he's going to have a great time. Insecurity tends to be like the number one underlying cause of the dominance by default issues that we're seeing with him. So it's really not surprising to me the behaviors he's showing. So we're just going to keep on working with it.